Two words: taxi mafia. Not a police complaint, no evidence of overcharging, not even a bad experience described in detail. Just two simple words used as a clickbait, used in the caption. And just like that, 24,000 registered taxi drivers, their families, their 60-year-old profession, their entire livelihood, all reduced to a criminal label. Goa has approximately 24,000 registered taxi drivers. Each driver typically supports a family of four. That is nearly 1 lakh people directly dependent on the taxi income. Between January 2022 and January 2026, Goa recorded 2,176 road accidents. In 2025 alone, just last year, there were 525 road accidents in Goa. In these, 335 people ended up losing their lives. Transport Minister Marvin Gudino presented this very data to the Goa Legislative Assembly. As per this data, local two-wheelers caused 471 accidents. Private cars caused 211 accidents, 58 accidents by heavy vehicles, and 31 were passenger bus accidents. And tourist taxis? 14. 14 accidents involving tourist taxis out of 525. Not 14%, 14 total. 75% of these accidents, 3 out of every 4, were caused by negligent driving, speeding, drunk driving, recklessness. The tourism sector in Goa employs over 2.5 lakh people, nearly 40% of the workforce. Tourism contributes 16% to Goa's GDP. The auto rickshaw driver, taxi driver, bike rental sustain around 40,000 livelihoods. When influencers attack taxi drivers, they're attacking the backbone of this economy. When tourists refuse to pay legally approved fares, they are squeezing families who have served them for decades. Let me end with this. An influencer used 2 words, taxi mafia, to describe a fare dispute. That video got millions of views. A 65-year-old grandfather was killed by a rented Thar driven by a 19-year-old tourist. That story, like several others, got almost no views. 25 people died in an illegal nightclub fire that occurred at Birch by Romeo Lane. The owners fled the country. The club was built on a salt pan with no fire license, no pollution license, and yet influencers had posted reels from that same club just weeks before the fire, calling it the best night of Goa, without which your Goa trip is incomplete. Where was the outrage then? An influencer who will respect every local custom in Bali, in Thailand, in Dubai. But in Goa you climb heritage walls, disrespect homeowners, and call an entire profession criminals. This is not influencing. This is not advocacy. This is content farming. This is exploitation dressed as consumer protection. Goa's taxi drivers are not perfect. The system has problems. Rates do need transparency. Apps do need enforcement. But you do not get to burn down an entire profession because you want viral views. You do not get to disrespect a culture that has welcomed you for decades. And you do not get to call a man who drives you home safely at midnight while you are drunk, while you need that cab, while you are tired, while you are vulnerable, a criminal. The next time you see a caption like Taxi Mafia, ask yourself one question. Who in fact is the real mafia? The driver who charges a government-approved legal fare and has served tourists for the last 60 years? Or that influencer who profits from that lie? The tourist who drives drunk and kills? Or the club owner who builds his illegal property on salt pans and kills 25 people? The answer is clear. It does not trend on social media. Goa's Sosegad is not weakness, it is dignity, and dignity does not beg for your respect. It in fact demands it. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and stay tuned in to MQM 24/7 as we continue to track this developing story.